At one point over the last couple of years, one of the things that we noticed in the union was that there were a lot of accidents and unfortunately far too many fatalities happening in the paper sector.
Between January 2005 and June 2010, 35 workers lost their lives in USW-represented paper mills and converting plants.
People killed in our plants are members, supervisors, contractors, and in the last couple of years we've had a couple people killed who were just making deliveries.
To address the serious safety and health problems in this industry, the USW created the Paper Research Action Project to survey conditions in USW-represented paper mills.
It's the most comprehensive study that I think's ever been done on occupational health and safety in the paper sector, and certainly in modern times.
We've done similar studies in the oil industry, in the steel industry, and in the chemical industry. But this is the first study of its kind in the paper industry.
There probably is no union that's more sophisticated in terms of their understanding of health and safety than the Steelworkers Union. So the survey brings with it the credibility of an organization that has championed health and safety for workers for decades and is respected not just in workplaces but by the government and OSHA and other organizations as well.
And what we found out is that there are real holes in the way that occupational health and safety is done, and in many cases it's a behavior safety or behavioral safety approach that employers take, and it's sort of blame the worker.
Because what really gets people killed is hazards in the workplace, not the behavior of individual workers. And the real job is to find those hazards, assess the risks, and then do what we can to reduce or eliminate those hazards and to reduce those risks. That's the only way to really do safety.
I think that the main recommendation that comes out of the survey is also the most obvious, that in order to have effective health and safety programs in the workplace, that you have to have the people on the floor engaged in the program.
In contrast to a lot of our other industries, union safety committees tended to be relatively weak. The contract language didn't contain much on safety and health. In some cases, didn't contain anything. A lot of our safety and health effort was really dominated by management.
So we not only have to train and educate our leadership and our membership, but we're going to have to train and educate management as well.
If you're not going to tolerate somebody getting hurt or having those life-altering injuries every week, or somebody getting killed every month, that the only way to solve that is for the union to take a larger and bigger role in health and safety.
And the best way to do that is to negotiate it into the collective agreement with bringing your occupational health and safety specialists to the table that understand that the right to know, the right to be trained, the right to inspect, the right to act on your findings is cornerstone to having a safe workplace.
Out of the survey came a comprehensive set of recommendations that provide us with ammunition to insert into labor agreements so that we're driving health and safety from the bottom up, not from the top down, by the people who really understand systemically what it takes to improve health and safety in the workplace.
And a lot of the lessons that we've learned in the rubber industry and the steel industry, we hope to translate into the paper industry. That's one of the advantages of having a union that represents people in many different industries. We can take lessons we learn in one industry and translate them to another industry. Someday, we'll take lessons we learn in the paper industry and we'll translate those to other industries as well.
One of the things that we think is going to be a centerpiece of our success is the Tony Mazzocchi Center, and our own health and safety departments are going to be offering advanced training to workers in the paper industry so that they can be equipped with the tools necessary to do the work that needs to be done to improve health and safety in the workplace.
We very much would like to work with the companies to implement the study's recommendations and make all of our paper mills and box plants and converters, every other part of the industry, as safe as we can.
First and foremost, we have to make sure that the industry understands that the status quo is not acceptable. The way they've been dealing or not dealing with occupational health and safety is not acceptable.
But in the end, if we can't work with management, we will work to make sure that they clean up their act, even if they don't want to. That's what a union does.
To obtain a copy of the report or for more information, please contact the United Steelworkers Health, Safety, and Environment Department by phone at 412-562-2581 or by email safety@usw.org.